You should have bought a house when you were 5 years old. Well, no shit. All the Gen Zers would agree that the time we live in fucking sucks. When I'm chilling at home just relaxing for like an hour after applying to jobs, the whole fucking day, my boomer parents just come in and ask me like, have you found a job yet? When is your next interview? And when I tell them like I'm having issue finding a job, they tell me to just apply more, as if I'm not applying 100 times a day anyways. And when I try to argue back, say like, hey, I'm applying every single day. As you see, I'm on my computer all the time and I'm applying constantly. They tell me, hey, dress up nice and go in person, see if that'll change anything. And then you come into the business and then there's just a secretary just looking at you with a blank face on her eyes. And when you ask her like, hey, is there any opening? She's like, yeah, we take applications online, just go to this website. Okay, what did I just accomplish? I just wasted 2 hours of my time. But I mean, I get it, man. It's hard to keep track of the times. Times have changed since the 80s. You can't just wear a suit and tie anymore and just get a job based on how firm your handshake is. We knew that the computer science field was cooked after Frank New started making his video. Computer science, which used to pay extremely well, now all that is left is just teaching jobs, and that's if you applied yourself. Other than that, you're working out there in the Amazon warehouse. You're working for the FANG, but for the wrong department. And for the teens that are coming up right now, they come out of high school, they don't know what to do, okay? A lot of them say they don't want to study anymore and they want to go into trades. Well, guess what? The trades fucking suck too. They don't pay as well as they used to, and they sure as hell are not easy. So there you are, standing out of high school, out of college, not knowing where to go. So the best you can do is just make the decision that's just feels right at the moment, and don't regret it and go all the way. If you don't go all the way to your decision, you're cooked, man. Like, you're either all in or just McDonald's. You know what else sucks about our era? Remember back when people used to tell these crazy stories about the 80s and 2000s, people doing drugs and having fun and partying, having girls everywhere. They had these giant warehouse parties and they were saying how crazy the times were. Well, where's that now? All I see are just decrepit buildings that used to be a glory of the 80s, of the 2000s. Now, they're just covered in graffiti, broken out windows, and guess what? Nobody wants to even go there. Also, isn't it funny how the adults are telling us, hey, we should grow up when we have a mortgage, when we have our own insurance, and when we're already starting our own family? Even though when they were our age, they were still living in their parents' basement, practicing guitar every day. That is a bit hypocritical if you ask me. And the studies do show that people are growing up slower nowadays. But the thing is, we can't afford to grow up slower because everything is getting more expensive by the year. The longer we spend just playing with our guitar in the basement, the less time we have in the stock market, the less time we have in a career, and the less time we have with a family. In fact, people are not even dating. So I'm gonna conclude this video that living as Gen Z fucking sucks, but there's so much that we can do, and let me know what we can do to improve this generation down below. Have a good night.